I'm going to walk half.
All right, we're going to.
Ladies and gentlemen, be your announcer for this afternoon's concert. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the podium our conductor, Miss Pollyanna Gorman. For our first number, we're going to feature the Jersey Boys. The Jersey Boys is a 2005 musical that dramatizes the formation, success, and breakup of the 1960s rock and roll group, The Four Seasons. The musical is structured as 4 seasons, with each part narrated by a different member of the band. The songs include Walk Like a Man, Big Girls Don't Cry, Rag Doll, December 1963, and Can't Take My Eyes Off of You. Ladies and gentlemen, the Jersey Boy highlights. Francis Albert Sinatra was born in Hoboken, New Jersey to Italian immigrants. Old Blue Eyes would go on to win 11 Grammys, an Oscar for the film From Here to Eternity, and an Emmy for his TV special, Frank Sinatra. He was a huge hit and a huge success with his live shows as well in Las Vegas. We'd like to give you some of his favorites for you now, such as Come Fly With Me, Witchcraft, That's Life, and Fly Me to the Moon. you enjoying your pop so far, Tustin? Thanks. Well, you know, we sure love doing it. For those of you that don't know us, we are the Golden West Pops, an all-volunteer group of musicians who get together every Wednesday night and practice and perform the same kind of music you're hearing and a lot more. So we got a lot more coming for you. So as a matter of fact, if you play an instrument or if you have somewhere you'd like us to play, come up and see myself or Heidi, and we'll be glad to talk to you and get you some more information. All right, so how many Wizard of Oz fans do I have out there? Come on! I know you love Dorothy, come on! Well, The Wizard of Oz was a 1939 American musical fantasy film produced by Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. It starred Judy Garland, Ray Bolger, Jack Haley, Burt Lahr, and, and Terry the dog playing the part of Toto. Bet you didn't know that part. After Dorothy Gale drops her house on the Wicked Witch of the East, things in Oz really start to heat up. So, this film was amazing because it won an Academy Award for Best Original Song, Over the Rainbow. So we're going to give you some of your hits now from The Wizard of Oz. last bit of trivia. Did you know in the scene in The Wizard of Oz where Dorothy walks through the door and opens the door and everything else is in color? That original set that she's in the living room before she walks in, that's a stunt double in a black and white dress. And when you see her open the door, the whole set is all black and white. And the other set on the backside is in color. That's how they did the transition. So that was a stunt double who opens the door, and then when you see Dorothy step in, she's wearing a colored dress and steps right into the picture. So kind of a little trivia thing I just happened to look up last night. So some interesting stuff about us. You know, the members of the Golden West Pops, we really love playing our instruments. And as musicians, we believe it is just as important to bring the next generation into music. So we have a few young players that join us every summer. And we have a few that we've brought here today. And they're going to perform, actually. We have one that's going to even solo in our next number. So our next number is called But Not For Me. It's a popular song composed by George Gershwin with lyrics by Ira Gershwin. It was written for their musical Girl Crazy in 1930 and introduced in the original production by Ginger Rogers. This piece features one of our students, Marley Gallegos.
You're going to do great. Got it. For so long.
Marley Gallegos, ladies and gentlemen. So when I was a kid, I saw this great movie. It was made back in 1965, and it was called The Great Race. Remember that? Had Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon, and they were competing with each other, and they had these old cars, and it was crazy. It was this total slapstick comedy. But the funny thing is, in the middle of it, there was this pie fight scene. And they had thousands of pies, it seemed like, in this thing. And this pie fight went on for like 5 minutes, back and forth. Believe it or not, the pie scene alone cost $200,000 to film. $18,000 just for the pies. Holy Moses. Edwards himself, the director, was hit with several hundred pies. The cast and crew hit away just for that moment, and everybody blasted the director. Right? So, now, don't get any ideas. I hope you don't have any pies out there. But anyways, we're going to give you some pieces from that. It's called the Pie in the Face Polka. But we've got some great soloists for this one. One is Mr. Chris Newman, Karen Bell, Sarah Morgan, and Christine Ostashevsky. When I was bad, when I was a kid, my parents would whip out this videotape. Y'all remember videotape, don't you? They bring out this videotape. This play called Oliver. Remember Oliver? And this little boy in this orphanage going up to the man with his empty bowl. Please, sir, may I have some more? Right? And they always threatened me. You act up again, you're going to where Oliver went. Right? So I never forgot it. So I thought we had to figure this into the piece too. So Charles Dickens wrote many novels. Among those was Oliver Twist. This novel was adapted not only into a play, but a film as well. We'd like to play some of the music for you now, such as Food, Glorious Food, Where is Love, Consider Yourself, I'd Do Anything, and As Long as He Needs Me. All right. How many Blues Brothers fans do I have out there today? Come on. Yes, right. Well, the Blues Brothers R&B Review is a live show attraction located at Universal Studios Florida and at Hollywood. It opened in March 1991 and is based on the 1980 film The Blues Brothers. The Hollywood location was canceled in 2014, but we have a song and some music from your favorite movie. So our piece features songs from that movie, including I Can't Turn You Loose, Soul Man, Soul Finger, and Everybody Needs Somebody to Love.
Hi. Hi. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching us in the sun. We appreciate that. We brought some pop-ups so that some of you could be in the shade. It's kind of hot, even though we have shade, so we're going to take a little 10-minute break. Don't tell them, it's only 7 minutes for them. And we're going to take a little 10-minute break after this song, and so that they can go and take care of things. So if you see them waiting in line in the restroom line, can you kind of just let them go ahead of you so that we can come back on time? Because they will use any excuse to be late from break. So I know I'm trying to stop all of that. So we're going to take a little 10-minute break, but make sure you come back because we do have another whole half of a concert left for you. We're going to play until 1 o'clock, except for that little 10 minutes after this.
There you go.
gentlemen, the Golden West Pops, under the direction of Pollyanna Gorman. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Thanks, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the second half of the Golden West Pops afternoon concert here at the Anderle Center in Tustin, California. My name's John Aiden, and I'll be your announcer for this afternoon's remaining concert. So please join me again in welcoming to the podium Miss Pollyanna Gorman, our director. Pinball Wizard is a song written by Pete Townsend and performed by the English rock band The Who for their opera, Tommy. It tells the tale of a pinball champion called Local Lad who is astounded by the skills of the main character, Tommy Walker. We give you now the music from Pinball Wizard. Les Miserables was a fantastic work for musical theater and is having a renewed impact all over the world with the adaptation to the silver screen in 2012 with an award-winning cast. Les Miserables is a French historical novel by Victor Hugo, first published in 1862, that is considered one of the greatest novels of the 19th century. Since its original publication, Les Miserables has been the subject of a large number of adaptations in numerous types of media, such as books, films, musicals, plays, and even games. All the drama and power of the original music is captured in this beautifully scored medley we give you now, which includes At the End of the Day, I Dreamed a Dream, Master of the House, On My Own, and the powerful Do You Hear the People Sing? Ladies and gentlemen, the music from Les Miserables. Doctor Who fans from the BBC TV series do I have? Any Doctor Who fans? Oh, wow, I know I've got one because my daughter came here today simply because she heard we were going to play this, and she's like the world's biggest Doctor Who fan, right? So, for those of you not in the know, I'll explain it. So, The Doctor Doctor Who is a British science fiction television show produced by the BBC since 1963. The program depicts the adventures of a Time Lord called the Doctor. He is an extraterrestrial being from the planet Gallifrey. He explores the universe in a time-traveling spaceship called the TARDIS. Its exterior looks like a blue British police box. Kind of like a phone box kind of looking thing, which was a common sight in Britain back in the 60s. Accompanied by a number of companions, the Doctor combats a variety of foes while working to save civilizations and help people in need. Now, I'll give you a quick bit of trivia about Doctor Who. All along, and there have been like 13 Doctors in a row, they've all been male. Get ready, because coming up next season will be the first ever female Doctor Who.
Musicians.
nice and warm out. There's a nice breeze blowing, so we may as well take you to the Caribbean. So sit back in your chairs, and I'm sure you'll recognize this song, because if anybody here ever saw the movie Beetlejuice, you'll recognize this right off. Do you remember the part of the film where the football team was dancing with Winona Ryder, right, out on the field, right? So you may know it from then, but also Lord Kitchener composed this back in 1946. Woody Herman recorded this in 1952. Harry Belafonte released his own take in 1961. So it's been a popular song with a lot of guys. We think it'll be popular with you. It's called Jump in the Line.
And this is audience participation. This is the part where we get to rest and you get to do this. And we want it to be in rhythm, not just like scattered forever. You'll see what I mean. The band will show you what to do, but you guys need to help us out, okay?
So did you like that? Was that fun? See? Oh, we had a great band. All right, so do me a favor. Please remember, go to Facebook, hit like, right? And we'll send you at least a $100 coupon to Nordstrom. So Holly will. What? God. All right. Well, yeah, we want you to come to our other concerts. And, this is our last summer concert, sad to say. So we thought we would send summer out with a bang and give you some of your summer favorites. So, all right, I hope you're ready, because these are some of mine. We're going to give you California Dreamin', Bob Bob Ran, Good Lovin', Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini, Surf City, and the always popular Wi-Fi. All right, everybody, have a great summer, and thanks for coming today.
Audience! Beach balls! Oh! Oh! Come on, audience! Get them going! All right! Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, the men and women of the Golden West Pops, under the direction of our own Miss Pollyanna Gorman, I'm your announcer, John Aiden. Thanks for coming, Preston. Great to see you again.